3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, we have similar pieces. Let's go. Yeah, Eren's capture very sharp. Both for camera and for gameplay. I'm wondering if some, Oh, never mind. I stopped wondering because I remembered things. We're underway. No burns taken on either side. Sofa will take the first, but with a very slick Z-spin, so, you know what, we'll allow it, and we are underway. Eren, alright, does get that J over the left-hand side. Left side almost inaccessible for a moment, but we are keeping things under control here. 70,000 and 91,000, early days, game number 1. Peeking back at the bracket, Eren, the 9 seed, had to get through Father Esteban and then ID Kirby. Not an easy road. Sofa battling the way past Ramia and then Maestro. That was a wild DAS matchup in round 2 there. How these players have made it to the semifinals by being very good at the 1989 NTSC version of Tetris. Sofa had the well covered there in a bar game, but taking a couple necessary burns. Ooh, late adjustment with the S-piece. Saw the bar in the window, got the Tetris, now a little cleanup to do. 210 for Eren, 169 for Sofa. That bar only good for a triple. A couple of holes peppering Sofa's stack, going to keep him from scoring for a little bit. Eren really fighting those squares over to the left, but they get there. And then the bar for the Tetris. The stack stays clean, and another score up to 280. Sofa, I think, might have been thinking about playing dirty there for a moment. Thought better of it, is bringing the stack down a little bit. Does have a row 2 set up now. And the bar finally comes to accommodate it, but now double bar dependent. 210 to 302. We approach the halfway mark of the 18 speeds here in game number 1. These games can go to level 39, but no farther. And oh! Not sure what just happened to the center of Sofa's stack, but bit of an artistic structure. Congrats to Burrito Dad on the new 19 PB. Very nice. 560. You'll love to see it. Alright, Eren does finally get a bar for a Tetris there. Things starting to get a little spicy. That left side needs some serious TLC. That triple gonna do wonders for it. Sofa, again, a little indecision with a square, creating a hole in the center of the stack, but now much lower down, a little easier to find a way to clean this out, and the well transferred back to the right. 361 for Eren at a Tetris to go to 384. 233 for Sofa, so a 150,000 point difference past the 80 line mark now. Also, that emote is so great, Burrito Dad. We're looking to just get settled in here. Finds a Tetris there. Both L and J dependent, different parts of the board. Gets the L. Opts not to use the bar. Now we'll have to. And Eren continuing to just pile onto this lead. It's up to about 170,000 now. Eren is ahead by a few lines, but the lead getting pretty substantial as we draw closer and closer to transition. We are at 106 lines on Eren's side, 98 on Sofa's side. With a couple risky tucks, but Sofa does get the bar over for the Tetris. Oh my goodness, that Z-piece. Very spicy, but another Tetris, and the stack gets down to a much more comfortable height. the tuck of the J, and Sofa, you can see the breath of relief come out there. And a quick tap as well. 526 for Eren, who is, in the meantime, just kind of just grooving along. Not a care in the world. Sets up a square tuck there with a fancy little adjustment on the T. Knocks down another Tetris. 549 at 120 lines. Room for 3 would be enough for a 600 transition here in game 1 and a real statement. Sofa at 382 has got room for 3 as well. That would get him into the mid-5s. Ooh, but Eren misdropped a Z on the left, and the stack gonna get a little dirty right before transition. And this looks like a drought for us, a serious drought forming for both players. Eren done at 551, but Sofa done at 384. Neither player able to weather that drought right before transition. It's a Daft tradition after all. But Eren, with the higher score, will take game 1. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. When will Masters stream? That is a good question. Let me pull that up for you. Of course, I'll tell you where I'm pulling it up. In the Discord, that is free to join. Masters streams tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC. Thank you for the link, Pumpy. Get things started off, I click back over, and Eren's just got, like, interesting stack, but it resolves into a Tetris. And you can find out when just about every match is going live. Indeed, a lot happening tomorrow. Nice T-spin for Sofa. A lot happening right now as well, as Sofa is trying to weather some early weirdness in the stack. Bagging the game for a T, it doesn't show, but an adjustment for a triple there will help. The well is finally reopened. Eren has a bit of a chasm in the center, working on filling that out. Both players getting out of early strangeness. And nice clean stacks now. 82 for Sofa, 118 for Eren on the same line count. About a Tetris and a half difference as we get rolling in game number 2. One bit of a tragic ending. Both players taken down by the same drought right before transition. Eren having an easier time of the 18, able to take the win in game 1. But it takes 3 wins to win a set. Both players weathering another drought here by the looks of it. Why we don't let me roll seeds, because things like this happen. Finally the bar comes. Oh, Eren misflips the second bar in that back-to-back sequence. Neither player had it for a Tetris, but would rather have had Sofa's using it to get set up than Eren's, that. Oh, bang Tetris for Sofa. Up 178, 177. It's pretty close right now. Now bar dependency in the center of the stack for Sofa. And will... Oh my goodness. Alright. Wanted to try and find a way to deal with this hole in column 7, but fortunately having to burn off a couple extra lines. I use only the most official terminology, Ronkley. I'll have you know. That's why I'm so revered as one of the streamers ever. Tetris for Eren up to 227. Tetris for Sofa to 237. 5 lines ahead. So that Tetris from Eren, same line count, 251, 237. It's a 14,000 point difference. We are still pretty close here, past the halfway marker. One of the streamers ever, I sure am. All the people that have been on this channel, so have I. Sofa trying to open the right-hand side to start building up again. Does so with a single there. Eren at 320, Sofa 267, so a bit of a lead has formed. But still, lots of Tetris to be played here. We're just past the 80 line mark in game number 2. Eren now having to cover up the well for a little bit. Decide how to deal with this stack. Pumpy, that's a sentence that I've now had to read today. Thank you. 360 for Sofa, 376 for Eren. The game is right back to being very close, and Eren is very high up on the board. Both players, in fact, are. Finally a Tetris for each to lower things down. Eren gets, I believe, another one. 407 to 383, so we're keeping it close. Well, hello to you too, Chilala. .411 to 402. Certain commentators would say that it is neck and neck. I'm often one of them. And both players actually playing off row 2 right now. On top of it all. Same piece sets a go-go. Transition, though, is coming up closer. Finally, the bar comes for both players. 448 to 429. Sofa gets to use the next bar that comes for Tetris as well. Up to 458 at transition. Eren waiting for one more bar. It comes. Bang Tetris, 473 at transition. And off we run in the 19 speeds. Sofa's a bit of an aggressive couple of setups here. And that bar coming at not a very helpful time. Sofa having to force some of these pieces over. Gets things opened up very nicely, and bang Tetris! Great survival there, 500 to 509. Eren's gonna fire back at Tetris to 535. Eren not able to take quite as much advantage of that lengthy dig from Sofa as I think they would have liked. Oh, and a mess flip from Sofa! Needs a bar, desperately needs it now! Both players in need! The bar comes for Sofa! But Eren gets a Tetris out of it! Both players' stacks falling apart! Sofa done at 532! Eren surviving at 596 is gonna get the 2-0 lead! Heated blanket, oh! Sofa is in super comfy mode. He's gonna need to get comfortable. He's gotta come back from a 2-0 deficit. Game 3 coming up. Eren is terrified. How will they both handle this? In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Right now, they both are handling it by playing nice, clean games of Tetris. We are dead even tied, in fact. Now a Tetris from Eren, and Sofa gets one as well. Yep, 91,960 points. Not a drop more on either side. Neat setup with the flat J for the square tuck from Sofa. Eren covering the well right as bar comes. Classic Tetris form. This is classic Tetris Monthly after all. The place to get your tournament Tetris action. On the reg. with gears for literally everybody. If you qualify, you get to play. We'll find somebody for you to play. $210 to 167 as we get things going in Game 3. Eren with the lead, though ahead by a small handful of lines as well. Sofa, no great place for the squares. Almost could think about setting up a column 8. No, actually, is the response to that. Sofa immediately shooting that idea down and transferring the well back to the right-hand side. Good setup with a square. Eren getting a little high. Droughts, as usual, because I have rolled a seed, going to be a problem. And a slightly dirty row 2 Tetris for Sofa to go to 252. 286 for Eren. Similar line counts. About a Tetris and a half difference here as we hit the halfway mark of game number 3. Sofa's got his back against the wall. Needs to, well, really just take this one game at a time. Try and claw back into this set bit by bit. 355, 299. Eren out in front, ahead by 5 lines. Tetris from Sofa to show that the lead has not really changed. Sofa tried to stay as efficient as possible with some of these placements. Kind of see it, almost some really aggressive positions picked, but this game making them work. The bar is not being too stingy just yet. Song currently is Frostbite, Aiden BK's Too Chill remix. So it is a chill out version of another Flex style song, as it turns out. Not really chilling out right now is Eren's stack, a little bit spicy. But that square gonna go a long distance in cleaning this up quickly. And if y'all like the music we're listening to, I think we got a command for that. I think we got like a exclamation mark music command, something like that. And Sofa taking the lead, 487, 481. Definitely check out Flex Style, though. All sorts of goodness in there. We are approaching transition here in game number 3. 532 to 505. Both players having a pretty smooth time of it here in game 3. So Eren having to burn lines, a little close to transition here. Doesn't get the well reopened again. Now Sofa starting to build a little bit of a lead here as we get right up close to transition. He's going to have to burn off a couple lines, but nothing really too tragic. One line left is at 581. Eren's at 535. Going to get the Tetris into transition at 559. And off we run on the 19 speeds on the left-hand side of the screen. 583 for Sofa into transition. Here we go. Sofa with the lead into transition. The kind of position you want to be, especially as a DAS player. Try and take that advantage as far as possible. Reopen the well with a single there. And bang Tetris into 20 at 634. 23,000 points ahead of Eren right now, who covered the well right when a bar was coming, but gets another one. Quickly score and go up to 637. Ooh, Sofa took himself out of Tetris readiness there and wasn't able to use that bar, but does get the next one for a Tetris. Eren, a bit of an overhang, but let's squeeze pieces around it for the time being. Still able to get things to the left. Sofa opting for the safe triple there. A good choice just to make sure that he can access everything here. 669 to 672. We are absolutely neck and neck here in game 3. Both players just trying to keep the stack clean. Eren trying to apply some pressure. Sofa giving it right back with that Tetris. 731 to 683. Sofa actually opened up a little bit of a lead here, about a Tetris and a half. And the center of Eren's board getting a little dicey. Squares piling up there. Able to reopen the well for the time being. Does squeeze the square over. And bang, Tetris to lower things down. Get a breath of relief in at 719 into 24. 763 for Sofa. Gonna cover up the well. Take the burns there. Another Tetris for Eren. Sofa waiting for this bar. All in for it. Gets it over and then gets a triple, but now has a lot of cleanup to do. That left side in serious trouble. A couple of quick taps to get pieces over. Eren is clean and trying to make a charge back into this. 788 to 816. A Tetris there for Eren to 819. Taking the real-time lead. Sofa gets it back. That's only a triple in the center, but that survival could be what makes a big difference here. Eren's going to get the Tetris in 26, go to 854. Take the lead back by 26,000. About a 1 Tetris difference between the two players here. We get closer and closer to level 29. Both players with clean stacks still. 925 now for Eren into 27. Sofa gonna get the Tetris to 873 into 27. Eren with another one to 961. Sofa's pretty much gonna need to go clean from here out. Knocks one down there. And Eren's stack with a little bit of trouble in it. Sofa at 941. 974 for Eren. Both players desperately begging for a bar to finish the game. But it's not coming! The square doesn't get over for Sofa! The drought at the end of the game gets them both again! 975 to 945! Eren's score barely hangs on and takes game 3! No reason to delay, it is time to play. Game number 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are underway in our second of 2 semifinal matches. Eren in the chat hanging out, waiting to see who they'll be playing against in the finals. Taking a look at how the bracket looked on the way here. Sharky, the 2 seed, went through Chilala, and then F1 Prox. One player I know, one player I'm not as familiar with. But definitely not the easiest route. Nobody's really had an easy route. Radix, the 14 seed, had to get through Smooth Motion and then G's back-to-back to 3 and 6 seeds. Make it just to the semifinals, face off against the 2 seed Sharky. Play days in this one, Sharky not really been able to take advantage of the seed just yet, but bang Tetris there, up to 58,000, 97 for Radix, who you can just barely see rolling. The bright white glove just barely flicking into the camera's view. Bang Tetris for Radix, up to 128, Sharky gets the bar finally to go to 81,000, has push down points galore as well. I always appreciate that. About a Tetris and a half lead for Radix here. Early parts of game 1. Sharky didn't quite get a bar all the way to the left, but squeezes another one over it. Adds a Tetris. 128, 158 on the same line count. Radix not ready for the bar when it comes. Sharky is going to try and tighten this game up a little bit here. A hole now in Radix's stack. It's going to get solved quickly, but it is going to burn off a few more lines. Sharky's gonna knock down a Tetris to 198. Radix to 210. We stay nice and close here in game number 1. Bang Tetris to Sharky, 268, 258 for Radix. So had a bit of a misflip of the T in the center of the stack, and now there's a little bit of classic roller cleanup to do. One drawback of the rolling playstyle, those double flips and missed flips seem to be just a smidge more prominent, so you gotta be able to work around them. Thankfully, the increased speed does make some of these digs a little less dangerous. My roommate just made coffee, and I can smell it. Radix is a structure forming here. A column 3 well, bang Tetris. Transfers well over to the right as well. Sharky taking advantage of the meantime is up to 338. Add another Tetris to go to 360. Radix at 292 as we get to the 80 line mark here in game number 1. Bang Tetris to Radix at 315. Down by about 2 scores here. Still a lot of Tetris left to be played. And Radix rolling may well be able to take advantage of some 29 play. We'll have to see if we make it there and if it becomes necessary. There's a Spire in the center of the stack in the meantime, though. Sharky at 409, Radix 343. Sharky set up for a T-spin in the right side of the stack and gets it to clean things up nicely. No bonus points, but style points, which, you know, basically the same thing. And a good setup for the T-tuck there as well, keeping the stack good and clean. 436, 368 as we're over the 100 line marker now. Both players cruising along. Radix getting another Tetris to 391. Sharky, with the pushdown points, is a few lines ahead. Only about 5 lines ahead, really. Which, with all the pushdown points, you'd think the difference would be bigger, but Radix generally keeping pace as far as the line count goes. Bang Tetris for Sharky up to 527. Add another one on up to 550. He's got room for 2 more, so going to fall just short of the 600k transition, but still a very healthy score through the 18 speeds. Forgot words for a moment. Bang Tetris once again, 573 to 484. Sharky on the Konami number. Radix with 2 Tetrises left can get a low 5, about 530, close to it. Sharky 598 at transition, off and running in the 19 speeds. 531 for Radix, 67-ish thousand points behind. So about 3 Tetrises, but that lead, even if it stays the same score-wise, will change the number of Tetris as we progress through post-transition here. Sharky's waiting on a bar, finally comes at the right time, up to 653, 580 for Radix, both players now on level 20. Sharky is a couple lines ahead here on level 20. It transitioned a little earlier, so got to these faster speeds sooner. Both players knocked out a Tetris there, 683, 632, still about a 55,000 point lead in Sharky's favor. You think he knows that he wants to hold on to this lead as long as possible? A little bit of digging gonna be required here. Radix's stack is clean, takes a skim to get Tetris ready. Both players working their way through. Radix has closed the lead up a little bit, and bang Tetris there, gonna really tighten it up now, just a couple thousand points apart. And, oh, didn't take the Tetris there with that bar, did Radix. Gets the tuck of the square, has to settle for a triple. Sharky's left side is almost unreachable. Is that? No, that is 9 high. That is just outright danger. Gonna have to try and find any way to burn this down. Oh, but it can't get the 8 high quick tap, and Sharky gonna be done at 703. Radix with a structure building in the center of the stack, but at 761, and that's gonna be more than enough. to get game 1, GG. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. TMR! My goodness, the party of 148. Welcome on in. You're here in time watching the second match of the semifinals as 2-seed Sharky and 14-seed Radix face off to see who will go off against Eren, the Cool Ice Age, in the finals. Oh, Sharky, I think would. Oh, yeah, you see the reaction on Sharky's face. He was looking to set up the Vits, and the game just said nah, actually. Game just said no. Taking this game and getting set up, though. No real danger left in the stack here. MR here rooting on Sharky. A thrilling game 1, but things got a little too spicy in post, and Radix had just managed to retake the lead at that point. That's where we find ourselves 1-0 to the player on the right-hand side. We get going in game 2. Oh! Sharky lost ass at some point there and had to just plop a bar in the center of the stack. Does get a little bit here to bring it down, but very scary for a moment there. Losing Das in that kind of a position is terrifying as a Das player. Yeah. Yeah. But things are clean now. Now we're just waiting on the bar to show up. Radix's stack also needing a little bit of love. Got a too tall hole in the center there, so the second bar will only be good for a double. Sharky looking to try and tighten this match up. Only down by about a Tetris here. They approach the 50 line mark. Sharky also trying to stay super efficient. So same thing in the previous match with Sofa. Very aggressive placements, just trying to keep the efficiency as high as possible. Radix has a little bit of cleanup left to do in this stack. Hasn't really been able to take advantage of Sharky having to burn. Neither player really taking advantage for a little bit there. But Sharky now going to take the real-time lead. Is ahead by 7 lines at the moment. 230 to 205 though. So pace-wise, Radix with about a 1 Tetris lead. Real-time, we are now separated by 3,000 points as both players drop another Tetris down. Radix is rolling, I do believe, yes. By the looks of it, you can, again, just see the hand clicking there. Sharky with a nice set of spins there through the overhang to skim off the lines required to get clean. Bang Tetris up to 278, but an early Das load. You see the reaction there. He's got to figure out how to clean this up. Radix gonna knock another Tetris down. 299. Sharky could be looking at building center well here. And it does get set up for the center well. Is the game ever going to reward him with a bar? There's a center well Tetris up to 313. 322 for Radix. 9 lines behind. Knows he's safe enough to take a couple of burns here. And then bang Tetris up to 351. Sharky hitting a couple of tucks to keep the stack clean is at 316. 353 for Radix. Both players just shy of the 100 line mark now. Oh, and Sharky's left side is in trouble. Square did not go all the way left. Gotta find a way to squeeze pieces over that. Nothing coming. 322. Sharky is done, and Radix, the 14 seed, has got the 2-0 lead and has got the 2 seed on the ropes. Executive directive. Yes, correct. All right, we got 2 ready lights on the screen. No more wasting time. These players are ready to rock. Sharky looking to fight back into this set. Radux looking to finish it off in a sweep in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sharky with the Tetris to 26,000. Radix, having a time. Couple of minor issues in the stack, and oh boy, they've become major issues. They've become extreme major issues. I don't know how much we're doing here. Nope, 10,000 points. Radix gives a gift back, and Sharky's on the board. 2-1. Game 4 coming up. Can Sharky find some momentum, or can Radix finish the job in 3, 2, 1? Tetris. They're underway in game number 4. Sharky looking to take advantage of a gift given by Radix there in game 3, which seems like it's been a bit of a rarity. Radix starting this game off, burning a number of lines as well. Sharky's had to burn a few as well, but has the cleaner board, knocks a Tetris down there. Radix is set up on row 3. Could have had a perfect well transfer. Bar did not show up in time, so more burns incoming. Finally, it comes for a dirty Tetris row 3, column 3. Get your bingo cards out if you didn't have them already. Sharky gonna get the S spin. I might go for another one there. Says, nah, I'm good. No, wait, now I'll do it. Hits that one as well. Yeah, SMA Man, yes, they are playing on Tetris Gym because it not only has a lot of very handy practice features, it also allows players to play in the same piece sets to take RNG out of the equation, or at least, you know, give both players the same RNG. Nice burn with the upside down J for Sharky. 146 to 111. We're off and running here in game number 4. Pepper unswole at Tetris. Still, from what I recall, fairly good at the video game. Sharky at 194 adds a Tetris to go to 217. 182 for Radix on about the same line count. Sharky holding on to about a 1.5 Tetris lead here. That's a 50 line mark in game number 4. Radix was well covered when one bar came. Gets it open with a skim, but a missed flip of a T-piece in the center of the stack does get a Tetris here. Now some burning to do. Gonna work on trying to create a rooftop burn for the L pieces. You know, SMA Man, if you wanna try this out sometime, absolutely look at joining the CTM Discord. A lot of resources in there, players of all ranges. Heck, you can even come play in these tournaments yourself. Sharky at 314, 260 for Radix, same line count, so still about a 2 to 2.5 Tetris lead for Sharky, past the halfway marker here in game number 4. Sharky looking to try and get us to a delicious decider. Radix looking to avoid that. Both players now trading Tetrises back and forth. Oh man, TGM3. I have played more than my fair share of that for a while as well. Sharky chucking all these squares to the left. Trying to keep the stack clean. Waiting for a bar that just does not want to show up. Radix is built up on row 5 here. Waiting for the same bar. Both players dealing with the drought in different ways. Sharky is clean on the bottom. Radix. Ooh, Radix covers well right when the bar comes and then doesn't rotate the next bar. Does find a triple there. Gotta find a way to dig this down. Sharky's lead is up close to 90,000 points. But right now, Radix just gotta survive. And he's not going to! 322, Radix is done. Sharky brings us to a decider in the semifinals. Got a game 5. It all comes down to this. Can Sharky finish off the reverse sweep, or will Radix finish the job he started in? 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Off we run in the finale of this set. Last match of the semifinals. Sharky setting up about 39 tucks over there on the right-hand side. But pieces not really coming to accommodate them. Radix with a dirty center well Tetris. And, oh, doesn't get the T-spin. Shaking the head there as well. Sharky set up on row 2. Maxed out a Tetris. 83 to 98. Early days in game number 5. Bang Tetris to Sharky. A single. The well is transferred. Now the well covered. Zoltan desperately hoping that his channel points get saved. 133, 128, neck and neck in the decider as all things should be. Radix getting knocked out of Tetris up to 151, take the real-time lead. Sharky gets it back for that Tetris. With the 2-line difference, you're going to see that happen a whole lot. Radix getting a little high up here. It's a tuck with a J. These burns will help bring this board back down to a safer height as both players deal with yet another drought. Finally, the bars come for both of them. 187, 180. You might say that we have returned to neck-and-neck type status. Sharky's well covered when a bar comes, but it's a quickly uncovered. Bang Tetris there. Now it has to address a hole in column 4. Really getting the best pieces to handle it, though. Radix as well is covered as well, you might say. Not really able to open this one up either. Keeps having to put weight over on the right-hand side. Sharky is set up, all right, for a triple way high, and the bar comes for the dirty Tetris on row 6. Radix gets a clean one to fire back. 241 to 259. past the halfway mark in the decider. Both players knowing that survival is just as important here. The Radix gotta look after to survive this situation. Had a bar dependency, did get a bar for it. That left side, not very comfortable. We're getting higher. The square is not really helping. That's a dirty Tetris on, what is it, row 10? Enough to survive a little bit longer here. Almost mischiefs apiece. Sharky not clean yet. Schemes off, could resume building on row 2. Radix just trying to survive this. 279, 292. Radix actually holding on to the lead as well. Sharky clean on row 2. Bang Tetris. Reopens a hole in column 4. Radix getting higher and higher. Running out of room. Needs a bar and needs it now. It comes, but he doesn't get it rotated. He tops out at 297. And Sharky at 305 is pulled off the reverse sweep and wins game number 5. Off to the finals with you.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.